Meghan Markle would have been vilified. Dr. Shola Fumes over Prince Charles' bombshell. Dr. Shola has hit out at Prince Charles for his alleged acceptance of £1 million from the family of Osama bin Laden, as she said Meghan Markle would have been vilified. Prince Charles's charity has faced major backlash after the Sunday Times reported they accepted a massive donation from the family of the mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks. The Prince of Wales Charitable Foundation (PWCF) allegedly received the money from Bakr bin Laden, the patriarch of the family, and his half-brother Shafiq. The two men are the half-brothers of Osama bin Laden, who was killed in 2011. The Sunday Times claimed that Prince Charles met Bakr bin Laden, 72, privately at Clarence House in London on October 30, 2013. I wonder if Mrs. Angry, aka Dr. Shola, has ever thought of taking a mindfulness course. Her blood pressure must be through the roof with all the venom and bile she spits out almost on a daily basis, never mind she has to make everything she says about Harry's wife. Very strange if you ask me. A Clarence House spokeswoman said, "The Prince of Wales Charitable Fund has assured us that thorough due diligence was undertaken in accepting this donation. The decision to accept was taken by the charity's trustees alone, and any attempt to characterize it otherwise is false." Dr. Shola Fumes. Meghan Markle would have been vilified and abused by British media public if she or her charity accepted a £1 million donation from Osama bin Laden's family like Prince Charles did. Tell us, Shola, is this objective fact or your personal subjective feeling? I rather suspect it is the latter, and just like the lies told by your deluded heroine, Meghan Markle, this statement has zero validity and is complete fiction. Slither back under your rock and just shut up. There is no suggestion that the payment was illegal, but it has caused backlash online. Dr. Shola Fumes. Meghan Markle would have been vilified and abused by British media public if she or her charity accepted a £1 million donation from Osama bin Laden's family like Prince Charles did. Maybe the bin Laden family gives to charity out of humility, trying to give something back. Clearly, the likes of Shola wouldn't have a hope in hell of understanding. I would suggest this is not the only charity they give to, but Shola Meg's mouthpiece, anti-monarchist with a divisive agenda, is incapable of a balanced view. The haters would demand her to be divested of every title including wife, mother, and duchess. Hypocrites. While some agreed with her comments, others hit back saying, "Accept that the bin Laden family ostracized Osama decades ago. They are business people and give a hell of a lot of money to charity." According to Sir Ian Cheshire, the chairman of PWCF, the donation was agreed wholly by the 5 trustees of the charity at that time. Mr. Cheshire said, "The donation from Sheikh Bakr bin Laden in 2013 was carefully considered by PWCF trustees at the time. Due diligence was conducted, with information sought from a wide range of sources, including the government. The decision to accept the donation was taken wholly by the trustees. Any attempt to suggest otherwise is misleading and inaccurate. Prince Charles has no official role within PWCF, and a spokesperson for the prince said that all of his charities operate independently of the prince himself in relation to all decisions around fundraising. There is no suggestion that either Bakr or Shafiq bin Laden has sponsored or been involved with any acts of terrorism. The two are related to Osama bin Laden through their father, Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden. Mohammed became the richest non-royal Saudi national after he founded the Bin Laden Group, a construction conglomerate. Osama bin Laden was killed during a U.S. Special Forces raid in Pakistan. He was the mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks that tragically killed 2,996 people, and injured thousands more as hijacked planes plummeted into the World Trade Center. She's so intent on preaching about the racism she can't see that she's the one who is racist. I don't know one single person who gives a toss that Meghan Markle is mixed race. It's just not important. It's Markle's character that people don't like her color, or lack of color. Until the day of the wedding when he saw her mother, my brother actually thought she was of Italian descent. No one is forcing her to live in the UK and she's welcome to go elsewhere to preach her racist views if she wishes. Personally, I just wish she would shut up. This Nigerian woman Dr. Shola, whose father is Prince Adebayo Babington Ashe plus head of some tribe or other, and still resides in Nigeria. Wikipedia records appear to have been altered somewhat. However, as the recent savage, beating, stoning and burning to death of a young female student from within that community, is still accepted there, in this year of 2022, surely Dr. Shola with her loudmouth opinions and qualifications plus her talents, would be better served by returning to her own country and introduce civilization amongst her own people. Get out of our country. Some weasel continues to drip-feed the press, utter rubbish about Prince Charles. For what reason? Bitterness? Then we have Shola spewing her rubbish. If this woman does not as the RF move to America where your pet project lives. Trish Goddard as another, making remarks about Tom Boer's truthful book. Read the room both of you, nobody cares a jot what you think. This Shola woman should be sent back where she came from. And before I get told I don't like people with different opinions, my opinion is that she sits in her little house and disparages our royal family time and time again. Don't know who she thinks she is, but I find her divisive and extremely rude. We love our royal family, and although they make mistakes they are at least human. All of Prince Charles' received charitable donations are declared in the public domain. That's how we know about them. Can we say the same about donations to the Arch Unwell Foundation, Shola? Well, Charles passed all monies on to charities whereas the Harkless would plunge it into Archwell, which is 95% for their own pocket money. Also, that gobby Shola woman needs to check her facts before she mouths off. A donation to a charity from two people who have no involvement in any illegal activity. They are just related to bin Laden, so what is the issue? Are people now responsible for the actions of their relatives, because that would be a whole can of worms? Shut it Shola. Saying me again would have been vilified. She was not, and she didn't mind in the slightest when the UK coughed up for the security at her flash wedding. Well, Shola's big mouth is wrong again. We are vilifying him. But she took jewelry from the Arabs, didn't she? Oh, shut up, Dr. Bile. Yesterday a group of diverse women really made a difference with their actions. What do you and your hero ever do but spread division? Rubbish. There are black sheep in every family. Look at the toxic too. The family of Ob was supportive of good causes and humanitarian. Many people prefer to deal in cash, and particularly if giving to a charity they think it is easiest for the charity. I remember working in London and Saudis etc. were always shopping with cash. Actually Shola, Meghan is vilified, for being accepted into the RF that allowed her to obtain titles that she could merch, in short order, for millions to Netflix and Spotify. She did not have the talent to earn that money herself. The icing on the cake was the attacks on the RF, who had welcomed her, so yes, vilified, because of the nasty piece of work she is. Shola, Meghan is capable of throwing her own victim cards. Put a lid on it. Dr. Shola is a member of one of the many Nigerian royal families. If she thinks Prince Charles is corrupt, the bin Laden family disown Osama, and are philanthropists, not terrorists. By the way, how does she feel about the goings-on in her own country and family? For rank hypocrisy, Dr. Shola, look no further than the end of your own nose.